law issue.
Yes.
Which I told Lynn was go back and redo everything you just did.
Yep, I did. Roll call for the quorum purpose.
Abadili.
Present.
Foster.
Present.
Hearn.
Present.
Lee.
Present.
Morin.
Present.
Sampu.
Present.
Gilmore is present. Administrator Darcy Carley.
Present.
Staff member Kim Kavanaugh.
Present.
We are all present and accounted for. Floor is yours, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Acting under the provisions of Mass General Law, Chapter 131, Section 40, and Chapter 237 of the Code of Town of Barnstable, the Barnstable Conservation Commission will hold a public hearing on Tuesday, December 20th, 2022, at 6:30 p.m. for the applications of B. Francis II and Patricia E. Soul, anchored to Windward Realty Estate Trust. The hearing will be held remotely as televised on Channel 18. The plans and application are on file and may be reviewed by scheduling appointments by sending email requests to Darcy Curley at 230 South Street, Hyannis. This meeting is being recorded and transmitted by the Information Technology Department of the Town of Barnstable on Channel 18. Under Mass General Law, Chapter 38, Section 20, anyone else desiring to make such a recording or transmissions, please let Channel 18 or I know. Hearing none. This evening's hearing agenda is posted on the town's website. On the agenda, next to each application is the amount owed to the Town of Barnstable for the cost of advertisement. Please send your checks to Conservation Divisions at 230 South Street before the hearing. Remote participations. The Conservation Commission's public hearing will be held by remote participation as a result of an act extending certain COVID-19 measure adopted during the state of emergency, signed by the Lieutenant Governor on July 16, 2022, suspending certain provisions of the open meeting law. Remote public access to this hearing shall be provided in the following manner. 1, the hearing will be televised on Channel 18. 2nd, the real-time public comment can be addressed to the Conservation Commission utilizing the Zoom link 831-3296-5873 or use the toll-free phone number 888-475-4499 as shown on the agenda. Third, the public can also email the comments to darcy.curley@town.barnstable.ma.us at least 8 hours prior to the hearing. Please note, under the continuance tonight, the applicants for Christians Camp Meeting Associations has requested for a second continuance without testimony to January the 3rd, 2023. Next on the agenda is the executive sessions for the purpose of discussing litigation strategy with respect to the pending appeal of 25 Cole Lane Realty Trust et al. Applicants Tobas Wello and versus Barnstable Conservation Commission, Barnstable Superior Court docket number 2272 CV00319, property located at 25 Cole Lane, Austerville, as shown on the Assessors Map 052, parcel 009. If the chair determined that the open sessions could be detrimental to the commission's litigation positions, as the chair, I declare that the discussion of the litigation strategy in open session would be detrimental to the commission's litigation positions with respect to the pending appeal of 25 Cole Lane Realty Trust et al. Applicants Tobas Wello versus Barnstable Conservation Commissions, Barnstable Superior Court docket number 2272 CV0319, property located at 25 Cole Lane, Austerville, as shown on the Assessors Map 052, parcel 009. And I therefore ask the motions to go into the executive sessions. Following the executive sessions, the commission will reconvene in open session. I recognize the clerks to make the motion.
Mr. Chairman, I move to go into executive session under General Law, Chapter 30A, Section 21A3, to discuss litigation strategy with respect to the pending appeal by 25 Cove Lane Realty Trust to Barnstable Superior Court regarding 25 Cove Lane, Osterville, based on the chair's declaration that an open meeting may have a detrimental effect on the litigating position of the commission, and will reconvene in open session following the conclusion of the executive session.
I second the motions. Roll call.
Abadili.
Aye.
Foster.
Aye.
Gilmore, aye. Hearn.
Aye.
Lee.
Aye.
Moran.
Aye.
Sampu.
Aye.
That's unanimous, Mr. Chairman. We go into executive session at 6:35.
John O'Day, make sure you turn your camera on.
I'm back. I'm here.
We have one RDA B. Francis II and Patricia E. Soul proposed 5 by 11 additions for elevator at 355 Ilvera Road, Osterville, as long as Assessors Map 114, parcels 023. John.
Good evening, John O'Day from Sullivan Engineering Consulting. I'll bring up the plan. This is about a 2-acre parcel on Eel River Road, abutting Eel River. Old house on it, looking to do about a 5 by 11 addition, kind of on the landward wing of it, probably about 80 feet from the coastal bank. Pretty straightforward, small project on a good sized property. I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Any question from the commissioner? None?
Yes.
John. Who? George?
Yeah, John, I assume you're gonna have to put a foundation in for this?
Yes.
Should we have maybe some hay bales around it then? Some sort of.
We can set up some sort of silt fence or something. I think it's relatively flat for that 80 feet or so towards the bank, but
Okay.
we can do, if you feel it's a good idea, we can set up a little silt fence.
Oh, just, I know the property. I thought it was steeper than that. Yeah,
No,
I
we're
see it
pretty,
now. It's fine.
we're pretty
Yeah,
flat.
it's flat, yeah. Okay, thank you.
But I think it's a good idea to have some erosion control in there, but we can add that as a conditions. We don't need a revised plan, just make it simple. So.
Okay.
Channel 18, any public comment on this?
None.
None? Could I have a motion to approve this application as a negative determinations with one condition, erosion control surrounding the excavation area?
So moved as amended.
Yes. Second? Roll call.
Sampo,
Aye.
Warren,
Aye.
Lee,
Aye.
Hearn,
Aye.
Gilmore, aye. Foster,
Aye.
Abadili.
Aye.
That's unanimous, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. We have one NOI tonight, Anchor to Wynwood Real Estates Trust to adjust the locations of driveway currently encroaching on abutting parcel at 271 Eel River Road, Osterville, as long as Assessors Map 115, parcel 004. John.
Good evening, John O'Day from Sullivan Engineering Consulting again, representing the applicants at this property, also on Eel River Road, a little further to the north, kind of starting to butt more towards West Bay. About a 2-acre parcel, a house from 1800s, a guest house, boathouse, and a dock, gravel driveway going down to the dock. The commission's probably well familiar with the property to the south. It's been permitted for dwellings 3 or 4 times over the last 10 years, most recently probably within the last 6 months. And anyways, a portion of the driveway at 271 goes over the property line, and part of the agreement of the sale and development of this parcel to the south was to remove that portion shown here with the dashed. So it's really just getting slid to the north. We do have flood zone. We are a state-defined coastal bank, not a town-defined coastal bank. So the majority of this work is actually outside of the 100-foot buffer zone, but still within jurisdiction. The re-landscaping of that portion on 291 or 299 is will be covered by that house's order of conditions, and they're aware of this application. And I think with that, I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Thanks, John. Question from the commissioner.
I've got one.
Larry?
John, it's a beautiful property. The thing that threw me was precisely where it was located. the drawing shows at the bottom of the ramp when you go over the cobblestones to go up the driveway. Is that the area that's got to be repositioned? Or is it on the backside?
I can't, it's the sloping portion for the most part that's getting repositioned. So from that lower boathouse, guest house area up towards the main driveway is the portion that's really getting relocated. I can't picture the cobbles.
Well, there's one entrance at the bottom of the hill that you cross cobbles and go up to the driveway where the garage and everything is. The other side, there's also, the property curves around on a corner, and then there's just sort of a rough road coming up off of that that's a lot shorter and a lot. Is that what you're talking about?
No, I think we're on the side, on the south side, which is closer to that longer driveway that goes down below and goes next to a tennis court. So
that's what the drawing showed, but it wasn't staked to the point that I could say, yeah, this is what it is. But that's what I figured it was. So.
Okay.
Any other question from the commissioner? I got one simple question for you, John. On the drawing itself, right next to the proposed driveway, you have a label. You have some tree label, and then call it potential screening trees. So, what is the intention of that potential? You're putting it in or not putting it in?
So it's something the property owners are considering. I think that where we're not really doing any work within the buffer zone, we're hoping it's not a condition of this approval. It's just something that they could do if they feel like there needs to be some additional screening between this driveway and the development of the other parcel. So would rather be non-committal of it and hope that where it's that far away that it's just a landscape feature that they have the right to do if they choose to.
Okay. John, did you raise your hand? Our John.
No, thanks, Tom, no.
10/18, any public comment on this?
Think none.
None? Could I have a motion to approve this application as submitted?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Foster.
Aye.
Abadili.
Aye.
Fern.
Aye.
Sampu.
Aye.
Moran.
Aye.
Lee.
Aye.
Gilmore, aye. That's unanimous.
Thank you. Good luck, John.
Thank you, everyone. Merry Christmas. See you soon.
You too, John.
Yep.
Sure.
We have one continuances. Christian Camp Meeting Associations proposed dock and stairways reconstructions at 160 Lake Elizabeth Drive, Centerville, as shown on Assessors Map 226, Parcel 137. This is continued from December the 6th, and the applicants has requested for a second continuance without testimony to January the 3rd. And the quorum is everybody.
Was the request in writing?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. Could I have a motion to continue this without testimony to January the 3rd, 2023?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Abadili.
Aye.
Foster.
Aye.
Gilmore, aye. Hearn.
Aye.
Lee.
Aye.
Moran.
Aye.
Sampu.
Aye.
That's unanimous.
So we have like a 2 weeks vacations. Our next hearing is January the 3rd. Could I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Abadili.
Aye.
Foster.
Aye.
Hearn.
Aye.
Lee.
Aye.
Moran.
Aye.
Sampu.
Aye.
Gilmore, aye. We are adjourned at 7:35.
Merry Christmas and Happy
Merry
New Year.
Christmas, everybody.